I'm Greg Zanis, inventor of DreamCar123.com. I'd like to talk to you about production of the wedges. The wedges are a nickname for the individual units that we use to build the pyramid buildings. I'd like to show you, of course, how the wedges are incorporated in this painting again, and try to explain a few of them. Right here, of course, is the B unit, and down here are some of the units. Here's what we do. We fill the unit full of concrete and pop it up. I'm just going to visually walk you through all of the units. Here's another unit. It's a hole in the ground, and it's got dome cavities here that actually will make the room. That's poured full of concrete and then flipped out again. Here's another one of the units, a 6-roomer. You can see the dome cavities in here really clearly on this painting. And again, we're flipping those out again. These are all the units that it takes to build the building. I've shown you the B unit time and time again. Here's the 4-room, and you can see a finished product. Here's a 2-room, and here's a 2-room, and here's the elevator shaft. Note the elevator shaft has only one knockout in it. Over here are only the holes for the corner units. Here's 1. Here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. Now all the units have specific function. The corner units are cattle units and livestock units, and the entire project is a type of Noah's Ark community that will have everything in it that you need. So when people work in the building, they go to work and they're feeding the livestock and or they live in their units and they're doing plant life. Now I'd like to show you in this painting here, this is a curve, but this would actually be straight in line. And the yellow holes here represent the same holes that you saw before. When these units are poured, they're the silver unit, they'll be concrete, and we'll move them from a finished building up to unfinished building. See, the top is missing on this building, the top is missing, and here this building is only half built, and this building is a third built, and this building is 1/4 built. I'd like to also show you the other unit over here that's very transparent, and this is the bottom of the unit, and I showed you before that this would be popped open. This is a totally clear unit so you can see what's going on in here. Of course, these will be concrete units. If you note right here, the last 4 feet are the light canals that we talked a little bit about. And if you can see right here, not very clearly, you can see the 10 layers of glass. I'm going to flip this one over so you can get a better look at it. Okay, here, look. Give me a second here and I'll flip it over. Okay, look, right here, I'd like to show you the 10 layers of glass. They would go this way. Of course, this would be the outside of the building, and it would allow you to get protected from the ultraviolet rays. Again, this unit is entered right through here. This is where the car would enter the unit right here. And you'll be able to park 2 and or 3 cars. Note the doorways everywhere so you can pass through the unit. This is a very large unit, approximately 2,500 square feet of living space. You can clearly note that we are growing plants inside of every single room except the garage in this unit. This provides oxygen for the occupant, and it's part of a whole ecosystem that we're working on. Theoretically, here again are the 6-foot thick walls, and here are the 4-foot thick walls. The only difference, like I said before, this unit you can see all the way through it. If you take a look at the side of it, it's also, once again, the shape of the state of Tennessee. And for later reference, if you wanted to know, this is the D unit, and it's the very second to the largest unit. It's the largest living unit that there is. The larger units are the cattle units that we'll be talking about in the future. And we'll be also talking about every one of the units in detail. This one also has what's called hydroponic gardening in it, so when the water is recycled in the building, down here there'll be water troughs inside the unit. So theoretically, we're hoping to grow 3 and/or 4 separate crops a year. What we're going to have in this building is fresh food for everybody all the time. Everybody will have an assigned type of fruit they'll be growing or a vegetable. For example, some people will be growing tomatoes, other people will be growing wheat and corn. And like I said, there's 1,279 units in the first building, which comes to over 5,000 rooms and 5,000 capability of 5,000 types of crops. And I'm Greg Zanis, inventor of DreamCar123.com. Please be watching for up and coming videos, as right now we're getting ready to explain each of the wedges. Thank you very much.